A movie made using Blender won an Oscar, a completely free software. Linux runs most of the internet servers, still completely free. So the question is simple. Why haven't they started charging yet? Today, almost everything is going premium. Almost every software has its premium version, but at the same time, some really good software are still completely free to use. What makes them different? Software like Blender, Linux, are not typical companies. They are open source projects. That means their code is public, and anyone can use or modify it. They're not built just to sell licenses, but to become widely used tools.
Blender is funded by the Blender Foundation, with support from companies like NVIDIA, Apple, and Epic Games. It sounds strange. Why would these companies fund free software? Blender doesn't even belong to their ecosystem. But this is how it works.
If more people use Blender, the demand for GPUs increases, and this profits both NVIDIA and AMD. And this increase in professionals entering 3D workflows so that demand for high-end systems increases. It's not about earning from Blender. It's about pulling users into the ecosystem where they pay. And this is where the journey begins. Someone starts with Blender. As they grow, they move to a professional tool like Unreal Engine, which is paid software. They start free, but don't stay there. Linux works the same way, but at a much larger scale. Companies like Google, IBM, Intel, and Microsoft contribute to Linux, because Linux is the foundation of cloud infrastructure and servers. If Linux improves, their cloud becomes cheaper to run. They save billions in infrastructure costs. So instead of building everything themselves, they invest in a shared system. And the same pattern continues. This is how the ecosystem is designed. The shift from free to paid. Free software is where people start. You learn it, you get comfortable with it, you build real skills on it. But as you grow, your need to upgrade to industry-level tools with advanced workflows and scalable systems. That's when paid services come in. Blender to Unreal Engine, Linux to cloud. Why this works better than charging early. If they charged from the beginning, fewer people would start, and fewer people would enter the ecosystem. But by keeping it free, anyone can begin. Millions of users come in, and later enter into their premium ecosystem. They're free because they sit at the starting point of a much bigger system. They create users, they create demand for it, and they create entire industries around them. That's why, even in a world moving towards subscriptions, software like Blender, Linux are still free. Not because they can't charge, but because they don't need to. They win when you grow beyond them.